Hi, Lee Phillips here. I'm an attorney. I've done a lot of estate planning, and I've seen a lot of family fights. The question is, how do you avoid the family fight? And the answer is probably not going to if the kids are going to fight, but let me give you a couple of hints, okay? The kids are not going to fight over the bank account. I can divide the bank account up 6 ways, no problem, even. But here's the family fight. There's only one dolly, there's only one doily, there's only one antique shotgun, treadle sewing machine. There's only one of these things. And the question is, which kid gets it? The things I've seen family fights over are dad's high school ring, big lawsuit. The Parcheesi board that the kids played on every week as they grew up in the family. They'd have a family night. So I don't know what it is, but here's my rule. If I can buy it at Walmart, I don't care about it. They're not going to fight over the big screen TV. It's these unique things, mom's wedding ring, the thing that was great-great-grandma's whatever. It's these types of things. And you can avoid the family fight if you distribute these assets. There are basically 2 ways that you can distribute them. One is a number of states allow you to have an independent document of the will. And on this independent document, you can write down who gets this thing, who gets this thing, who gets this thing. Not all states have that. I can put it into my living revocable trust and say that there's going to be we call it an exhibit or a schedule or whatever it is. There's going to be something attached to the back of the living revocable trust, and on that thing you put down all of these different items. Now here's the rule on the items. You can't say the blue lamp in the bedroom because there might be 2 blue lamps in the house. Kids go in, first kid switches the blue lamps. So the description has to be good enough that I can take everything in the house out and pile it on the front lawn, and a perfect stranger can come along and find that thing. The gun has a registration number on it. There are serial numbers on stuff. So it's got to be described so that the stranger can find it in the pile of junk on the front lawn. So you're going to put that description, and then you're going to put the kid's name that you intend to receive it. Now, you may not really know which kid gets that, but you've got to guess. And, okay, you gave it to the wrong kid. Johnny really wanted it, and Mary got it. Well, Johnny and Mary may be able to do some horse trading. That's fine. But look at what happened. Mary didn't steal it from Johnny. You gave it to Mary. And I'm going to tell Johnny, and I've said this before, hey, you can be as mad as you want at mom and dad. You go out and you jump up and down and scream all day long on their grave. But he can't be mad at Mary because you gave it to Mary. So it's these little things that act as the family fight. That's the trigger. It's the summer cabin. It's the things that mean something to the family. And I've seen it. One of my neighbors had a huge estate, had trusts, had everything. Mom and dad were killed, and the 3 daughters, they've never spoken to each other in 40 years. They've never spoken to each other. Oh yeah, they divided up all the wealth, no problem. But when they got into the house, they couldn't divide up these things. So it's the things, the dollies and doilies as I call them. That's the family fight 9 out of 10 times. Right there. It's got to have some independent significance, and you have to distribute it. You might not do it right, but at least one kid isn't taking it from the other kids. Get my instructions on how to operate a trust How to Use a Trust is what it's called. It's an ebook. It's free. I don't sell your website or your email. We've never done any of that. We don't spam you. Don't forget to give me a comment either, because this is something that you've got to understand and take care of. The dollies and doilies are significant. I'd probably recommend that you do it in the trust rather than try and do it in the will, because the will has to be probated in order to make it effective. Now, the kids may be able to get this list and divide it up, even though the court isn't saying you got to do this. But when it's in the trust, the trustee can take over, and the trustee is obligated to run down that list and do what the list says. So do it in the trust. It's got to have a provision in the trust that says that you're going to attach this exhibit, this piece of paper, at the back of the trust, and that it's going to get rid of the dollies and doilies. Lee Phillips talking about the family fight, and it's a big deal, guys. It's a really big deal. Don't forget to love us and like us and recommend us to your friends and all that sort of stuff. Lee Phillips, we'll catch you later.